We've known for months that Governor Polis and the legislature were crafting a backroom deal on property taxes. I expected they would do what they did last year. I thought they would give Colorado homeowners and renters the refund the Constitution requires them to give us anyways and call it property tax relief. Boy, was I wrong. There's a lot to unpack in this new property tax proposal, but for now I'm going to hit 2 key points. First, the plan would forever end taxpayer refunds under Colorado's Taxpayers' Bill of Rights. And second, if the measure passes, Coloradans will still see the largest increase in their property taxes ever. But under the measure, that increase would be slightly less than it would have otherwise been. This proposal is just nothing short of offensive. Thankfully, it will only go into effect if Colorado voters approve it this November. Colorado's Constitution requires the state to send any extra tax money it collects back to taxpayers as a refund. That's the reason why you got a $750 check in the mail last summer, or $1,500 if you filed jointly. Governor Polis and the legislature tried to take away those refunds forever back in 2019 with Proposition CC, and voters said no, but they're going at it again. This time, they're using a different tactic, and that tactic is diabolical. At the press conference announcing his plan, Governor Polis said it would only keep a little money from your refund each year. It would let you keep most of it. He backed up his claim with an information sheet showing the impact over just the first 3 years. Don't be fooled. The formula his plan, Proposition HH, uses to determine how much of your refund the state gets to keep each year causes what you lose to increase exponentially over time. By year 5, taxpayers would be giving up over $1 billion from their taxpayer refund. By year 10, over $2 billion. If the voter information booklet does what Polis did, if it shows you the impact over 2 or 3 years only, taxpayers will believe they're only giving up a couple $100 million from their refund instead of billions. You'll be told this only lasts 10 years and it requires the legislature to revisit the issue in 2032. That's true, but at that time, it allows the legislature to continue to collect extra tax revenue under this new exponential formula for as long as it wants. And it can do so without additional voter approval. Let me put this in perspective. The Taxpayers' Bill of Rights has protected Colorado taxpayers for 3 decades. After 3 decades under this new formula, the state will be allowed to collect an extra $16.5 billion in tax revenue. That's the size of the entire general fund today. And over the entirety of that period, it will have collected over $400 billion in extra tax revenue in total. So you have to ask yourself, when the legislature revisits the formula in 2032, will it let it expire or will they extend it? At this point, you might be asking, Ben, isn't this video supposed to be about property taxes? This is where the second key takeaway comes in. We're gonna have to talk about numbers, there's no avoiding it, but I'll make it quick. If politicians had never messed with property taxes, the assessment rate would be around 5% for 2023. We don't know for sure because the state no longer tracks the data. Because of politicians meddling, the rate is now 6.765%. That is the reason why your property taxes are about to go way up. Under Polis's plan, they would drop the rate from 6.765% down to 6.7%. So they increased the rate by about 35%, and now they're offering to lower it by less than 1%. And that is the property tax relief you get under this plan. But you only get it if you agree to give up your taxpayer refund forever. And it goes without saying that if you're paying for it, it's not tax relief. What I just explained is the effect on the state assessment rate. The bill also purports to provide relief from local mill levies, but that relief can be taken away at any time by a simple vote of local officials. The only thing Polis's plan guarantees is that you'll soon lose your taxpayer refunds forever, and the state will be allowed to collect and keep hundreds of billions of dollars in extra tax revenue over the long term. The truth is, this property tax plan isn't a heroic rescue, it's extortion. By waiting until the very last possible moment to offer a bad solution to a problem they created and could have solved years ago, our elected officials are leaving Coloradans with 2 bad options. Vote against our measure and face the largest property tax increase in Colorado history, or vote for our measure and still face the largest property tax increase in Colorado history, minus a little bit, and give up your taxpayer refund forever. We are in a lose-lose situation that has been carefully and masterfully orchestrated by the politicians we elected to serve us. The only way out is Initiative 21, the citizen-proposed ballot initiative that would give real property tax relief without ending taxpayer refunds. Unfortunately, progressive activist groups are suing to ensure it does not appear as an alternative on the November ballot. I don't know how that'll turn out, but I'll keep you posted. There's more we could unpack in the proposed measure, but I wanted to get this urgent information out to you as soon as possible. Over the next few weeks and months before November, I plan to release more videos that tells you what Proposition HH does and how it will affect you if voters adopt it. If you want to get notified when the next video comes out, hit the subscribe button below. And as always, remember this: if knowledge is power, then ignorance is servitude. Let YouTube know you like this content and want to see more by hitting the like button. That way I can bring you and other Coloradans more knowledge like this.